Hello, my name is Shadley. Welcome back for another episode of EU4 as Jerusalem. In previous episode, we finally concluded our war against Portugal. We set Morocco free so that we can then annex them a bit sooner. Well, actually, the truce with both of them is, I think, the same date still. As a matter of fact, the truce with Portugal ends first. Well, that wasn't quite what I planned, but it's a bit less overextended right now, so that'll be good. There's two provinces down here that we can't start coring quite yet. I've already given orders for the troops to move, more or less, to where I need them, including the fleets. We'll need to have a look at them soon, but we did unlock the new unit at the end of the war there, but we just didn't switch to them yet. I think for the cavalry, so we've got three options. Carabiners, Reformed Latin Hussars, and Ulan Cavalry. That would be a pretty good shock and morale attack value. That's fairly... I think we might go for the Reformed Latin Hussars. But it's a bit more balanced option, and then the other one is presumably... Oh, no, it's the infantry. Right. White coats, blue coats, red coats, or Fredrician infantry. The white coat infantry would be good on fire and good on morale defense. Blue coats are good on offensive and defensive morale. Red coats are good on offensive morale and fire, or defensive fire. And then Fredrician is good on both offensive fire and offensive morale. I think we might go with the white coat infantry, because we got already a massive morale. If we can take even less damage on the morale, then we can basically just inflict a lot more casualties in the combat. But they will. That's now sorted. We could do a bit of conversion, but I think we're going to save that one for the time. Oh, wow. It's going to be some pretty... possibly fairly good locations to make states, but I don't think we're necessarily going to do too many right now. Another place that we might want to core, though, is Erzurum, and turn that into a state, but at the same time, right now we should probably save up on the admin points. I mean, we've started most of the core, and there's not too much that we need, actually, in there. We are well ahead in tech, and we can't get another idea group yet, either, so maybe it would be time to... Let's actually have a look. So that's Rum. So Erzurum over here, we could probably just core all of that. And maybe Rum as well. That's a bit more expensive to core, I reckon. We might as well get that sorted. And then maybe Dulgadir as well. I'm focusing on a lot of this area right now because it's going to be a good area for us to then build up with. For example, more recruiting camps and all that. Oh, nobility loses a bit of influence. They have basically no influence right now. And we've got holy war against Morocco. Do we still have the truce with them? Just out of curiosity. Yes. There are some revolutionaries now in our territory thanks to this peace deal, though, which is a bit of an unfortunate event. Not much I can do about it, though. Oh, foreign trade competition rises. More mercantilism. And some more loyalty from Portugal. I think we're going to go with that one. Trade protection against Russia, so they're doing a bit of privateering. We should probably go ahead and forgive usury. We've still got one loan that I suppose we could pay back already. We'll wait for another month just to have a bit of extra cash in case we have some events that will no doubt happen soon enough. And we need to provide some sort of protection there. Do we have any... We got a fort over there, actually. We could probably get a fort... Well, I suppose that's being core right now, so we can't build a fort in there. We'll get the army a little bit closer. We do need to set up a bit of a rebel suppression, I reckon. And we are pretty far... Well, we do need quite a bit... Ooh. The Great Feud of Kashan. Zero conflict with the city of Kashan has gone too far. The citizens have taken some of the brewmaster's vessels prisoners. Despite our best efforts, countering this with anathema and indirect, the city prevailed. Oh, interdict, sorry, not inter... They have started to strengthen the city's fortifications. We'll... By any who tries to take the city, we have tried ordering the city to revert the city wall to its previous size, but they refuse. So Portugal is going to lose a bit of loyalty. And where is Kashan anyway? Oh, it's all the way down here in the east. Okay, well, it's a fortification. I'll give them what they want, so lose a bit of devotion. I think we're going to afford increasing the unrest there a little bit. It's not really that bad. So I'm honestly not worried. Dwindling local trade. We can spend a little bit of diplo points to speed up the construction. So the Suez Canal, we're about halfway done. We've still got about 5 years before it's complete. Well, the level 1 is completed, I reckon. And after that, we can spend a bit of time and effort to increase its size, I presume. I'm not actually entirely sure how that works. But that is kind of what I'm assuming that is. Oh dear, we just lost a general. That was the Marines general as well. Ooh, that's a 3-star general that we just got there. So 5, 6, 3, 4. That's actually really nice. But yeah, we're hopefully getting our manpower back quickly enough. I mean, we're gaining quite a bit of it. Plus, we got such a massive amount of money that we can definitely pay off the loan now. I'll go ahead and extend the training fields, at least in places where it's worth at least 1,000 or more. Which, to be fair, well, there's a few places at least. Also Sana, I suppose, and Fayum, Salah, Jaffa, Adrianople. I guess we could get these two as well. So there goes most of the money, but that's also going to start increasing the amount of manpower that we'll have. So basically, I'm trying to increase the max manpower so that we'll gain a lot more manpower. Ooh, Imperialism cash battle against Naples. Oh, Naples, it was released. Was that so? Oh, yeah. Interesting. Oh, and Austria and Russia are allied again. We do need to do... Oh, why is there a... Oh, Moravian separatists are trying to move through. Alright then. Truce with Sweden has ended. We can purchase another ability. We could go for the artillery levels available versus force. Another 3 there. Or we could go for the... Well, that's Liberty Desire, so that doesn't really help us too much right now. We don't have any subjects. Ignore coring distance could help. Actually, that would allow us to start coring the 2 provinces that we currently have waiting. So that could be very handy. Global naval engagement could be good as well. Force march cost no power would be... I'm going to go for the Napoleonic warfare regardless. I think that's, especially once we start sieging more, well, which is probably not that far off, let's be honest. So that will be required. We got... Oh, right, I thought I gave you orders to move in there. I was probably going to go through, like, through Fez or something originally. So I couldn't go any further. But let's start doing a bit of the rebel suppression duties there. We got the transports in here. We do have quite a bit of the captured light ships that we captured during the previous war. Let's go ahead and send these in here as well. And start upgrading. So now we've got another 32 ships. What do we want to do with those? We could probably do some privateering. Although, Crimea is not really a good place for us. We're on most of it. I suppose Venice could work. There's not that much value in there. I suppose we can just send them to Genoa and we can just make a whole lot of cash from it. I guess that's a good enough option. So Naples, they have truces with nations. Oh, can I actually... No, I still have a truce with... Oh, it's revolutionary. Okay. Revolutionary Morocco. Is that... That's... Surely that's not the birthplace of revolution, is it? Probably not. Mainz is wanting to go through our land, so... I don't know, we can't really do too much about it right now. Is there any... Well, I suppose we're coring most of this, so we can't build anything in here right now. We got a fortification in here. We might want to get another fortification over here. That would basically close off most of this area later on. Also, funny sort of thing with our new border here, since we go all over Ceuta, is the fact that Spain can now walk its troops all the way from Iberia through our lands into Lithuania. Or Ruthenia, as it's called here, or named there, rather. So, yeah, that's quite an interesting case there. Right, so you have arrived to your location. Start doing a bit of rebel suppression in here. It's a bit of a shame wasting a good general like Ansangdi over here. Well, it is a 3-star general on rebel suppression duty, but I think it's going to be fine. So, is there... No, that's internal conflict. I don't know if the revolutionaries will be able to take over control all that much in us, since we are a theocracy. I'll take it speaking, we're brewing Imperium, but regardless. Oh, Spain is asking us to join in the war. I mean, sure, I guess we'll join. So, it's another few wars over there in the south. I suppose we did have an army down here. But that is technically speaking beyond what we need to siege, but I guess we could send somebody down that way. No. Oh, we can't go through Somalia yet. Let's just move the troops a little bit closer. We do have the bit of transports in here. We probably don't have enough to actually do proper transporting, though. Where is the fleet anyway? Oh, it's probably still doing some ship hunting in it. Yeah, it's right here. 74 ships there. It's got 35 transports, so that's not too bad. If we can just get a few more, then we could have another transport fleet in here for the Indian Ocean and all that. Oh, we got 2 armies waiting here. Alright, let's split those up a little bit. And I guess most of these could start, or at least some of these could start drilling. Maybe we'll send the second army into Persia to make sure that there's no rebellions there. Although, I suppose we already had this thing. Yeah, that's taking care of Iraq and southern Persia and all Arabia. That's kind of good enough in there. You should be taking care of the rebel suppression in Ethiopia. Not that there's necessarily too much to suppress there, let's be honest. Once I assign you there, I suppose one of the things that I could do... I could declare war on Somalia. They got Miltech 26. I've got 26 as well, so they got the same tech. They probably don't have a lot of troops. 74,000 actually, that's a decent bit. So we might want to send in another army down south. That one's going to Persia. I guess we've got a... Well, the troops from Antioch can probably join in. Is that a siege? Oh, it's got 1 siege bit. And I guess the Knights of Jerusalem could also start heading down south. So 3 armies, we should be able to clear most of that up. Are you allied to Somalia? No, you're allied to Mamluks and Hormuz though. And do we still have a truce with... No, we don't have a truce with... Oh. We could do a quick war in Hormuz. Annex them, or Ajam. There's independence guaranteed by Timurids, and they got some allies outside. You're not allied to Hormuz or Ajam though. But Haza over here is. Also to Hormuz. So if we were to do a war against Yas, and basically get rid of Hormuz, and then we could do another war against Haza, and fight over Ajam and Timurids, and then from Timurids we can get a little bit more land as well. Because our goal is to get all of the Persia region, as well as a bit of Caucasia still, and Balkans. And then the Spanish territories we're going to leave untouched. I think they've been such a long-term ally, and, well, technically speaking, that's part of Sahel anyway, so we don't need to worry about that Portuguese province there. We do need to get a little bit more land in Somalia, though, but I suppose Somalia would be relatively easy target. And I could go with the Imperialism gases, but admittedly, we still got a bit of coring to do, so we don't necessarily want to do too much of that. But now we've got a fairly good income, I dare say. I was just hoping that we get a little bit of text to improve our supply limits a little bit. Well, actually, the next tech is going to be another 50%. There we go. So that should mean that most of the provinces will be able to support the 40,000 men army. So we can afford losing 100 targets, yes. That's not really a problem. We've got quite a bit of it, actually. I do wonder, is there any good... Ooh, that's a pretty decent one. That's not bad either. Get a little bit extra manpower. And I suppose another thing that I could do is just build up more of these regimental camps as well. To get some more of a land force limit. To be fair, we got enough already to build another army, but we don't have the manpower for that, really. So that's a bit of a problem there. But we've got quite a bit of troops heading south. So we could do a war against Somalia fairly easily. Draw the border in here and just probably clear out most of that, quite frankly. We've got 1 army in here. I suppose once we get the 2nd army and maybe 3rd army, then we're ready to declare war on Somalia. And we'll just make our way through here, and we can maybe help us siege down some of these areas as well. So we're already at war. We can get another Miltech. Oh, recruitment time is reduced. That's very handy. The next one's going to be the land leader 5 plus 1, which means that we'll get even better leaders on average. Alright, there's one of the armies. Oh, we got a bit of rebel uprising in Algeria. Well, that's not a surprise, to be fair. We need a tiny bit... Oh, right, yeah, we got a bit of attrition over here every now and then. Revolutionary ideas spread... Oh, hold on a minute. Let's have a look at the revolutionary stuff. So there's the center of revolution. And it has spread to Portugal quite a bit. We've got a little bit of revolutionary stuff in here, but it's not too bad yet. But I think it is starting to slowly spread more and more into our territory. Oh, right. It's spread to Sari and now it's going to Amol. Alright then. Well, we'll just have to live with that for now. We do have quite a bit of absolutism, so that's probably not helping the situation at all. In fact, it's probably just allowing it to spread even faster. Right, let's get you to after. And... Oh, you want to fight Portugal? Sure. You want to fight Portugal as well. Okay, so Portugal's having a lot of enemies. And I'm willing to help them get to their destination. Also, I suppose another thing that we could do is get some more manufactories if there's any good... Oh, there's at least one good location. There's a few that are decent. Not necessarily the best, but good enough for now. Since we're at war, we can't improve any of the centers of trade right now. There's some Russian privateers over here. I suppose if we do a war against Russia at some point, we could probably get rid of a lot of those. They are allowed to Austria and Korea, which isn't really that bad. They're guaranteed the independence of Timorese, but we can circumvent that quite easily. Oh, this would be a very profitable location to turn into a state, apparently. There's so much development in there, I guess. But we're not going to do that quite yet. How much do we have room in the governing capacity? Actually, quite a bit. So in that case... So all of this area is something that we can't turn into all the trade companies, even if we wanted to. Because another thing that we could... Oh, actually, Tripolitania, we're going to turn that into a state. And also Cyrenica. The reason is fairly simple, so we can build up more shipyards along here. To get even more ships if need be. Or rather, when need be, I suppose. Also, Mecca we could probably turn into a state by now. That should allow us to upgrade the trade port in Jeddah later on. There we go, that should give us a bit more force limit. And manpower and all that. Well, it didn't give too much, but it did help. We got our troops in position, so Somalia, I think it's time for you to be swept aside here. At least for us to gain the areas that we're wanting to get. The Marines stopped drilling again. But you can probably actually just keep on drilling. I don't think we need to worry about that too much. We've got a few allies, but not most of them are down south from us. So that's hardly an issue. No, we're going to have a bit of a battle there. Where's the big fleet that we have? That's a trade fleet. Oh, it's down here. Okay. Well, we got a target in here at least. That's going to be... Probably... Well, it was about to be a victory, I think, regardless. But now we captured 6 ships from there. We sank their entire trade fleet. Oh boy. Well, that keeps them at least on their toes. No, and revolutionary idea spread. Horn of Africa. Right, we had the battle there. We are going to get a bit of sieges done in here. Can we actually... Oh, right, we do need to win this siege. Not going to want to use the mill points right now. Oh, well, there's a bit of revolution, but it's fairly small by the looks of it. Well, actually, we can't see the numbers. Yeah, no, it's 17,000. So that's not really bad. That'll be sorted out fairly quickly. We've got the troops already nearby, about to attack. There's some priest troops who wanted to go through my lands as well, apparently. Don't know if they're fighting a war or something. I could go around here and start sieging down a bit of the coastline and then go to their capital. Because that is the war goal, and then Toktir. It's going to be another level 8 fortification in there, but I suppose we should be able to siege down most of these without a problem. Oh, we had a bit of a loss with the trade fleet. Somalia is raiding our coast. Alright then. Well, we'll sink their fleet. There we go, we captured another 6 ships. That'll teach them. A rising star. We're going to either get some more prestige, or we can get a new advisor. Costs a tiny bit of prestige. But we've still got a really good income of prestige, actually. So, we'll take another advisor option. We might not hire the person, but at least we'll have the option. There we go, we've got a few more conscription centers built. And I guess we can gain the prestige back from that event already, and that's good. Oh, Dalmatia. Hold on a minute. Oh, that was free from... Oh, right, that was truce with... Austria will renounce their cause in Sundgau, release Dalmatia sovereign state. They'll be guaranteed by France for the duration of their truce. Austria will pay 170 ducats. Alright then. So that actually makes it a little bit easier for me to expand over here in the Balkans. A bit further. I mean, admittedly... Well, that's Eastern Europe, right? That's the subcontinent. But yeah, that does allow us to extend a bit further in here without necessarily fighting the Austrians directly, because they've got quite a few allies, although their own troops, they don't have all that much in the end. But we do kind of want to avoid having massive wars again immediately after the previous war that we were fighting. But in the meanwhile, we get only +3 for the fortification from the artillery. We could have up to 8, but we'd have a lot of artillery for that. Oh, Great Britain wants to go through my lands against France. Sure, I suppose. I don't think... Oh, relations improved. Oh, Spain's opinion of us is increased. That's very nice. It's a shame that they... Well, I suppose that one is a coastal fort. But that one probably won't need a blockade, although the blockades do still give +4, and then if we do the barrage... Oh, there's a revolt in Sus. Well, that was quite easy. That's been dealt with now. We do have a lot of papacy points. Oh, are we full on mercantilism? Yeah, we are. Alright then. Well, that's quite a bit of trade power modifier and embargo efficiency. Bourgeoisie's loyalty is also fairly good. Nobility isn't all that loyal, admittedly, but I suppose we've got a lot of things that don't really help that right now. Like getting the extra points. If we were to remove some of those, then that might help. But the total influence is so small that actually right now, even all the new conquests are just added as crown land anyway. So we don't really need to be too worried about that one. Trade protection against Russia, alright then. Ooh, that's a bit of army. But I suppose if we get these two sieges done, that'll be good. Revolution in Portugal. Oh. Alright, so Portugal is now the... Oh. Right, over here... Oh, that is Portugal's territories, but there's the center of revolution. It's trying to spread quite a bit into our territory as well. Actually, there was these two. The rest of it is actually not spreading to us, is it? Is it spreading in here then? Oh, yeah. It's spreading to Annam. Alright then. Well, we may need to go and crush a revolution in Portugal sooner or later. There we go, Mogadishu is ours. We got... Well, we don't have necessarily enough troops to win this, but I guess if we go ahead and help with the siege in Gedo, and win the siege there, they might move these to siege down Mogadishu. But now we got the boost in the siege itself, at least with the extra cannons. Oh yeah, that's +7 from that. And we've... oh, did we lose a merchant somewhere? Where did we lose the merchant? Oh, in Gujarat. Well, let's send this back to transfer trade power. Russians are trying to do all sorts of bad things towards us right now, but it's not really going to go all that well for them in the end. We might want to actually go ahead and increase the manpower and sailors from all of these trade company regions, although most of that is already sorted. Another one is, of course, local tax modifiers, always handy. It may not be a massive amount of bonuses, but it's still better than nothing. Then there's the trade power. I guess we could increase that a little bit further in some of these. And then there's also the supply limit. Ooh, actually that could be very handy. Since it won't be necessarily building up the areas too much in terms of development. So getting the supply limit up otherwise is fairly handy, but there goes all the money. We do have a good 60 force limit remaining right now. Ooh, trading in coffee. Well, that's handy. Institution spread is increased. Clemson's got a bit of revolt, and okay, so we've got a bit of revolts in here, but we've got our army to deal with that. We've got some cores already done, so the overextension is going to start dropping down a little bit at least. It's still 53%, so it's not gone down all that quickly yet. But we've got our work out for us. I suppose we can start investing in becoming the courier controller pretty much for the rest of the game, really. That's one of the revolts dealt with. I don't suppose we've gotten these... No, we need to get one of these core done first. Then we can get these two going. There we go. Siege of Gedo is over. Let's go ahead and stack up the enemy army. It might not be a stack quite admittedly, but we'll probably catch them quite easily. Let's actually slow down a little bit so we won't... Oh, we'll have some time to look at the numbers as well. Right, so we did take about 12,000 men casualties. And they took almost the same amount in just artillery. So that was a pretty good victory, I'd say. Let's go ahead and take this army. Don't know where they're going, if they're going up north or not. Okay, they're going south by the looks of it. But we can keep on sieging a bit more, and then I suppose Somalia. Let's go ahead and start drafting the peace deal. I believe I wanted to get all the way to here. That would be a lot of overextension, so maybe we won't take quite as far. Maybe we'll leave Mogadishu, or maybe that entire state out, so that's still 83%. That means there's one more war, and then we can get all of that sorted. That's also quite a bit of aggressive expansion. It might be a small coalition after that. We'll see. I don't think they have the guts to actually fire the coalition, even if they form it. Because, let's be honest, I'm starting to be fairly strong at this point. Let's have a look at the manufacturer. Oh, there's some good manufacturers available now. That's going to be pretty good. I mean, it's also going to be taking quite a while to build. I should see it'll be about 3 years away from getting the Suez Canal. Ooh, there we go. That's all the coring done. Well, most of it. Now we're going to start coring the remaining two. And we only got 18% overextension right now. So that's not too bad. These two armies can keep on heading south. Although I suppose We could send Taz to maybe help with the siege in the north. So that we can then maybe stack wipe the smaller army up there. They might try to attack this army, but it's fairly strong, regardless. Got a new cardinal as well. Death of a merchant. Okay, it's a philosopher, that's more prestige. We don't really need more prestige. More money we can always use. Not that we initially need it, but we can always use it. Okay, where's the big fleet that we have? Probably still hunting down some stuff. Let's go ahead and separate at least the lightship from... Oh, right, okay. First of all, I'm just going to go ahead and cancel your mission. Good weather. Oh, 90 days earlier. Very good. We'll go ahead and separate these lightships from there for now, and we'll just go ahead and send the fleet over here. Coast of Pepper, and then we can maybe siege or blockade Zanzibar Strait. That'd probably be fairly good. Did get another siege completed in here. Of course, these, well, they're not really a proper siege, let's be honest. I guess we can actually go in here already, so that's going to allow them to at least get the boost there, or at least not have the -2 for the siege. Of course, they don't have the manpower actually to do the sieging there. We should be able to get this siege done fairly shortly, and I suppose once we get that siege done, that might be enough for them to already take the peace deal. I suspect, yeah, they're not too far off, so that might be enough. Because we still got the other wars over here down near the south, but that's quite easy to deal with. Guess we could go ahead and help with the siege. No, we will go there. They might try attacking this army, but I guess... No, I don't think they will. They might try to go around. Now we've got the boost over here for the siege. They're not quite ready for the peace deal, but soon. Ooh. Got a conquest war against Italy. Oh, this is Dalmatia. Right, okay. Well, that didn't take too long then. Well, I guess we do need to do another war against Italy then, sooner or later. Maybe we'll try to release some nations from them. That might be handy, especially for Papal States to expand a bit further. Oh, we lost an admiral. I believe it was the massive fleet in the Mediterranean that lost the admiral there. Well, we don't really need another one quite yet. Wow, the French troops are moving through my lands here. Alright then. Okay, now I think Somalia is ready for the peace deal. Yep. We don't actually need to get too much money, but we'll get a little bit. There we go. Took a bit of attrition in there, but that's about it. The next wars are probably going to be up here. Move these troops in position. That can help siege down things, and I guess the army in Ethiopia will just take over the rebel suppression duties for the time being. Let's just get all of that coring underway. Okay, well, as much as we can get underway. And with that, I believe we are actually out of time for this episode. So, if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, got the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.